Passionate Commanders fans, this one's for you. As training camp approaches, the buzz in Washington is only getting louder, and it's no coincidence. The team is moving, making noise, and building a new chapter. But if there's one name that fans can't stop talking about and that the front office is keeping on its radar, it's Terry McLaurin. Yes, him. Our number 17. The guy who, even after years of instability at the quarterback position, never stopped giving his all on the field. A silent warrior, the kind you feel proud to see wearing our jersey. And now his future is in the spotlight. McLaurin was responsible for 13 touchdowns last season. That number speaks volumes, but it still doesn't fully capture his impact on the field. The way he separates from defenders, the calm in his routes, and the grit in contested plays are elite. And that's exactly why the NFL is watching Washington. McLaurin hasn't signed a new deal yet. He's entering the final year of his rookie contract. And while 2026 may seem far off, the clock is ticking. The fear? Watching another top talent leave DC before hitting his prime. The hope? That Adam Peters, our new general manager, and head coach Dan Quinn are ready to change that story. According to sources close to the franchise, talks are happening. And more than that, there's mutual interest in keeping McLaurin here. Because it's not just about the money, even though he deserves to be paid like one of the best in the league. It's about what he represents. Character, leadership, commitment to the jersey. It's worth noting, McLaurin didn't show up to voluntary OTAs. But that doesn't mean there's a crisis. Players in contract talks do that all the time. As insider Ben Standig said, "Wake me up if he doesn't have a new deal by training camp." Translation, the mood is optimistic. And if the deal ends up around $30 million a year, no one will be surprised. That's a fair price for a player who can change the game any given Sunday. But why the delay? Because building a new era takes planning. And Washington is finally doing it right. We have cap space, smart draft picks, a new coaching staff, and a young promising quarterback, Jayden Daniels. Imagine the impact of keeping Terry as the number one target for this kid. The chemistry is already starting to form, and it's bound to explode once the season starts. Daniels has the arm, mobility, and vision. And McLaurin is the perfect partner to guide him early in his career. It's the perfect combination. On defense, the team is also improving. Young talent in the secondary and front seven are turning the unit into a wall. What was missing was consistency on offense. And that's where keeping McLaurin becomes essential. He's more than just a WR1. He's the face of the rebuild, the pillar of an offense that could surprise a lot of people. And in this turnaround process, keeping leaders like him send a message to the locker room, to the rest of the NFL. Washington is ready to compete. And hey fan, the NFC East is heating up. Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, all reloading. But the Commanders want to fight toe-to-toe. And keeping McLaurin is a crucial part of that mission. Not just for skill, but for culture. For identity. It's time for the front office to show it has learned from past mistakes. It's time to lock in players who wear this jersey with soul and effort. And if this extension comes before training camp, you can bet it'll be a direct message to the rest of the league. So I ask you, faithful fan, do you believe McLaurin will re-sign? Do you feel like this team is finally turning the corner? Tell me in the comments. Your opinion is part of building this new chapter. Stay tuned here at Commanders Fan News today, because we'll keep bringing you everything about this story and much more. Every rumor, every behind-the-scenes detail, every step toward Washington's greatness. Subscribe, hit the bell, and share with those who feel the same passion. The best is yet to come. And if you look closely, you'll see that McLaurin's potential extension is just the tip of the iceberg. Because when a team decides to invest in pieces that represent the heart of the roster, it changes everything. It changes the locker room energy, the way players believe in the project, and even how agents and athletes across the league see the franchise. Today, Washington is no longer seen as that lost team in the middle of the pack. Slowly, with smart decisions, the franchise is building something lasting. Adam Peters arrived with a winning mindset. Dan Quinn is shaping a new culture of discipline and intensity. And Jayden Daniels? Well, this kid could be the spark of a new era. But he needs experienced pillars like McLaurin by his side. He needs reliable targets. He needs a role model on the field. Now imagine this offense with a stronger offensive line, McLaurin on one side, Jahan Dotson maturing on the other, Curtis Samuel showing up with explosive plays, and Daniel slinging it. This isn't just a distant dream anymore. It's a plan coming together. And if you look to the other side of the ball, the defense is also inspiring confidence. A young core in the front seven, reinforced by solid free agent additions, is ready to dominate. The secondary got deeper. And if the offense does its part, this team could absolutely fight for the playoffs this season. But it all starts with a gesture, with a signature, with a commitment to keep one of the most respected and admired players in the league at home. Terry McLaurin is more than stats. He's silent effort. He's consistency in the chaos. He's the type of player who doesn't complain, he delivers. Who doesn't hide, he shows up in tough moments. He represents the fans who never gave up on this team, even in the worst years. That's why this extension carries symbolic weight. It shows that the franchise is listening to the fans' voices, that it values those who honor the crest, and that it's ready to build a different future with the right names at the right time. And the time is now. Washington is on the brink of something big. And when McLaurin's name is finally locked into the roster for the coming years, it'll be confirmation that a new path has begun. Now I turn the mic to you. Do you want to see Terry McLaurin wearing the burgundy and gold for 5 more years? Do you believe this offense has real potential with Daniels and McLaurin together? Comment below, share with the Commanders Nation, and let's spread the energy. Because if there's one thing this team needs more than ever, it's the power of its fan base. If you made it this far, it's because you feel it like we feel it. And that's why I invite you to stick with us. Subscribe to Commanders Fan News today, hit the notification bell, and don't miss a single update, because the next one might be the one we've all been waiting for. McLaurin extended, confirmed, and ready to shine brighter than ever in Washington. The story is being written, and you're part of it. And you know what's most beautiful about it all? For the first time in a long time, hope is beating strong in the hearts of Commanders fans. We're no longer stuck in empty promises or endless cycles of frustration. Now we have a plan. We have direction. And most importantly, we have players who believe in this turnaround as much as we do. Terry McLaurin is one of those pillars. He's not just a symbol of the new era. He's the heartbeat of this team. When he shines, the locker room lights up. When he speaks, the group listens. And when he steps onto the field, you feel like anything can happen at any moment. That's the kind of player who makes history with a jersey. That's the kind of player who raises trophies. And if McLaurin does re-sign, it could spark a chain reaction within the team. A clear message that the best stay, leaders are respected, and the future is valued. Players like Cameron Curl, Jahan Dotson, and even the younger guys coming in will see it as a sign that giving their all for this franchise is worth it. Because here, those who wear the colors with honor are rewarded. And for us fans, that means everything. We've spent years waiting for this. Waiting for smart decisions, for a strong culture, for respect toward the franchise's history and the passion of its fans. And now, with every move, it feels like we're finally turning the page. We're writing a new book with blood, sweat, and belief. But it's not over yet. McLaurin's extension, when it comes, will be a milestone. And you can be sure, this channel will be here to cover every line of that story. With analysis, with emotion, and especially through the eyes of those who truly believe in this team. So if you're a Commanders fan at heart, stay with us. Because from here to the playoffs, and why not the Super Bowl, this journey will be intense, emotional, and hopefully victorious. And we'll walk side by side with you, loyal fan, who never quits, who keeps believing even when no one else does. And if you haven't subscribed to Commanders Fan News today yet, now's the time. Click that button, activate notifications, and join our community. Here, the fan's voice is heard. Here, passion becomes news. Because together, we are stronger. And with McLaurin re-signed, Daniels evolving, and the defense stepping up, who's going to stop Washington? This season is full of promise. And with you by our side, anything is possible. Let's go, Commanders Nation. The future is now. And it's burgundy and gold. And if you ask me as a lifelong Commanders fan, I'll tell you without hesitation, Terry McLaurin's extension isn't just a priority. It's a moral obligation of this franchise. We've seen talent leave Washington before. We've seen bright stars shine here, only to make history elsewhere. But with McLaurin, it can't be like that. He's different. He stayed when everything was falling apart. He delivered when quarterbacks could barely keep the offense standing. He never complained, never hid. He wore the jersey with pride, even when the franchise seemed lost. And now that we finally have a clear direction, with Adam Peters and Dan Quinn rebuilding this house, it's with players like Terry that we need to build. He's the kind of athlete you want to see alongside Jaden Daniels for the next 5 years. Because beyond talent, he's the ideal mentor for a young quarterback. He provides security, delivers results, and represents everything fans have always valued: honor, work ethic, and commitment. Seeing his name on a long-term contract wouldn't just be good news. It would be a symbolic turning point. A message to the entire NFL that Washington is done losing its best. That here, now the great ones stay and win. I believe in this team. I believe that with McLaurin, Daniels, Dotson, and a defense gaining strength, we got everything we need to surprise a lot of people this season. It won't be easy. The NFC East is tough. But what this team is building is real. It's the first time in years I've felt this. So yes, as a fan, I want McLaurin re-signed yesterday. I want to see him celebrating touchdowns in the same jersey he honored through the hard times. And I want to see him, one day, raising the trophy this fan base has deserved for so long. That's my take. And now I want to hear yours. Do you also believe McLaurin needs to stay? Do you feel this turnaround happening? Comment below. And if you, like me, believe this team is on the verge of something special, then subscribe, turn on notifications, and come be part of this family that never quits. Go Commanders! Always.